This is about my case. I'm quite shaken up. Actually, everything was okay. Sorry, I cannot put the mic. I'm kind of so my voice may be faint here. This everything was okay, but that poor ex-Jew on Gulzar Elia's channel, I kind of when I left the live stream, the way he was. So I don't know what's happened. Sorry, this schizophrenia thing in me. He looked like this ex-Jew infidel. Sorry, I don't mean to pick on anyone, but something. It's just about my delusion and schizophrenia. ये एक ऐसे mother fuckers थे ये Kashmiri working for in my childhood this jack of I just feel like saying you motherfuckers to these Pakistani and Kashmiri पाकिस्तान में अमेरिका के तो मैं पीछे I love Russia. I like the Russian president. I think America has done all that. Whatever. So I couldn't say it there on Gulzar Ilir because he's in America. But I can say it here actually. But I think it's the fault of Pakistanis also. हम लोग भी कुछ ये लोग पाकिस्तानी भी कुछ कम नहीं है पाकिस्तानी like when I was in London, we lived in a Jewish neighborhood. So I don't mean to pick on, but unfortunately, everything was okay. I went to Gulzar Elias because I thought an ex-Jew, let's hear from him. And likewise, I became a member of Harald Sultan recently because of the ex. Like he's doing some good videos he's giving us. He's helping out a Christian who came, like, human rights violations in UK against an ex. Okay, here. So, I became disturbed, like, again with all the, for like 2 hours or something I was there. Gulzar area, I mean, nothing bad for them. You see, so leaving, because I know that Gulzar area, he helps the atheists a lot. And I thought it wasn't my place to go there because it's for the atheists, not, someone like me who is not an atheist, but an ex-Muslim. So I really appreciate this time Gulzar area. Uh, He was really nice and all that. So, anyways, anyone helping me, like giving me information, educational stuff, Sira International, I do join. Like if they don't come live and I miss them, then I cannot, wait for them to come live. So I become a member and then I cancel the membership. So this is how now I do it. Um, so Haris Sultan also, I saw that this man, he was beaten like anything, ex-Muslim but a Christian, right? So just when, even today, like just when on Gulzar Elias channel live stream, I thought that this is not my place. I should not have been here. And but he put my comment on the screen. He showed it, and I was very appreciative of that. I thought because they help atheists, and I wondered, like I was wondering if I had a place here, as maybe I'm inclining towards Hinduism more and spirituality. I'm not an atheist, but I'm an ex-Muslim. So, anyways, I did not think, but I was very appreciative of Gulzar Elia And they were thanking me, the moderator there and everything. So I was like, no, no, don't thank me. This is nothing. I mean, what is just this much for American dollars, right? It's like a few uh, pennies or cents or a dime, perhaps. So like that, right? Don't thank me for this. But all of a sudden, I got all schizophrenic thing when I left because the ex-Jew, I don't mean to pick on him, he looks like a Safdar Kashmiri, young again. So now I can't trust myself. And what's happening? Delusional or what? Right? So when he started to say something, I had to put in a comment there that, the Jews in London, when we were there living, our neighborhood was Jewish neighborhood, right? So I was like, I don't know about the American Jews, but I know that the British Jews were very good with me. They're right. So I mean, not only my neighbor, but the one I could trust my neighbor, that lady, elderly lady, with my kitten. I went when we were going back to my mother's country, where we had come from, and I was living there. So when we were going back, I gave her my kitten, and she said, okay, she will keep it. But when we went back to London for vacations, she apologized to me and she said that I'm really sorry. I could not keep her because my poodle was not getting along with her. He was jealous of her and all that. So then I, so what I did with your kitten is that I gave it to a very good friend of mine. He's a manager in Holiday Inn, and you can a hotel, so you can go and check on you can go there. You can meet your kitten. When I went there, there was this big fat cat. Like my kitten was gray color. She wasn't Persian cat or anything like that, and she was so well fed and sitting on the reception desk over there. And so she had grown much, some months. Oh, yeah, so maybe after a year we went back to London. So she had grown and all this, of course. And so we could trust these Jews with our animals. And in Pakistan, we can't trust. And Ambar Ayub, also this Kashmiri, I don't know what enmity they have against me and my mother. So, and for money, these Kashmiri Muslims, they can do anything. And they're very ambitious. और माँ बहन को नहीं छोड़ते हैं कश्मीरी तो अपनी माँ बहन को तो चलो अगर अंबर अयूब टोल्ड मी दैट वो नहीं छोड़ते हैं ना कौन नहीं छोड़ते हैं ईरानी तो तुम लोग तो दूसरों की माँ बहनों को नहीं छोड़ते हो कश्मीरी लानत है तुम जैसे लोगों पे तो यही तो है ना कि अब तो I cannot take these people these so I'm not well I'm abusing I didn't realize he's Safdar look-alike. And I was there for 2 hours. And then my heart started to. ऐसा हरामी था सफदर कि मैं बोल नहीं सकती बहुत हरामी था Kashmiri Muslims. Yeah, my voice is coming. So बहुत हरामी था सफदर कश्मीरी और उसका छोटा भाई अ, अगर मुझे मिलेगा ना इसका छोटा भाई मैं इसकी a molester he should be hanged तो हमें पता when I was a child a teacher tutor of mine told me कि इधर कराची में इधर इस एरिया में जहाँ हम थे और वो थी अ, कि एक आदमी है हिप्नोटाइज करता है लड़कियों को और ये यही होंगे let loose by him or maybe even trained by him तो ये कश्मीरी खुदा लानत करे इस फैमिली को सफदर की आई मीन ये मोलेस्टर्स भर रहे हैं पॉलिटिशियन देखें आप वो नवाज शरीफ कहाँ पहुंचे ये ऐसे sordid people हैं I wonder Imran Khan someone did say that Kashmiri ये भी कम नहीं है बड़े sordid ऐसे हरामी sordid people molest करते हैं क्या नहीं करते okay if you say that in my house only my father's house then what about Bori Bazaar right you know touching my mother touch I've heard when you go to Bori Bazaar Sadar these people they are such dirty sordid Pakistanis इनमें जरा भी इंसानियत नहीं है they don't have any humanity what are they doing so I apologize greatly if so I'm in this people look alike and things are happening to me so I was wondering how maybe some time ago I was saying that Abu Dhabi's शेख लुक अलाइक है सफदर का छोटा भाई वो तो ऐसा हरामी था इतना हरामी था कि तुम लोगों को बता नहीं सकती हो हाँ लेकिन बड़ा मोलेस्टर था ये हाँ तो पैसे के लिए तो ये if they're telling me that it was my aunt who made him do this to me then पैसे के लिए and you would do anything go to Oman or come to UAE तो ये बहुत greedy लोग हैं बहुत ambitious हैं my father's sister my aunt तो लेकिन मैंने और से भी सुना है कि पाकिस्तान में देखिए ज़ैनब का केस बच्चों को नहीं छोड़ते हैं really my Jewish even my dentist you could trust my dentist's wife told my mother we were in the kitchen so she said my brother was perhaps they had a dentist in the house they had the dentist at his office his clinic sorry his clinic in the house so she told my mother, she said, well, I hope you don't mind. What if, you know, but originally my mother was Pakistani and my father from here, UAE. So she said, you're from the Middle East. Can we be friends and all this? My mother said, sure, it's okay. My husband is from the Middle East, but, he won't mind and neither do I. And she said, really, I would really love to be your friend and like this. To my mother, a Jewish lady, our dentist's wife. And she looked like, looked but not completely, but a little bit like Bette Midler, right? So I don't know what's happening to me. Okay, schizophrenia may have taken over. And now that poor infidel is gone because, I think he's of their look-alike or maybe even how has he learned American then? This is what I was wondering. So I thought, Jewish, ex-Jewish, let me check Gulzar Elia live stream, I'll go. So I put the notification on I said, let's leave all that personal stuff aside. And that I also saw that Gulzar Elia helps atheists, but I wonder if I had any place in that. But today he was very good with me, although it sounds like, anyways, he was very good with me. And he even put my comment on top and this and that. So I really appreciated it and I said it. But until I didn't realize that he looked like Safdar Kashmiri, I was okay until I started in the end live stream ex Jew. He looks like Safdar. And then I was a little, dari wari ko haath lagan. Oh, that's men do that. And then, Safdar's beard and mustache was also light color. Kashmiri, some of them have light color, not his brother. His brother had dark color, black. God save the Jews. So I don't know what's going on. God save India also, Hindus. So I don't know about the American Jews, but I know that in London, the British Jews, very good people, very trustworthy. You can trust them with a kitten. And the way my neighbor apologized and explained to me, you can trust, you can trust a kitten with them, but you can't trust your child or a little girl with these people. My gardener in London, I could trust him, but gardener, I could trust him. But there in Pakistan, go back and have this molestations and all rampant. I don't know how rampant, but I heard in Puri Bazaar, Sadar area, I don't know how rampant they are all over Pakistan. But now you can see Zainab's case. You say it's just 1 in a billion cases. But you know how many cases go unreported? How many children, beggars outside on the streets? They go unreported. What happens to them in Pakistan? And so I'm doing the Islam thing on my own, alone. Um, when someone joins me and gives me, I'm very appreciative of your positive feedback. Uh, and I don't want to bring politics into this or America into this. I love Russia. I love, I really admired President Putin. I even joined the Russian channel on YouTube. And there's a Russian couple that's in Vrindavan, and so God bless them and keep them together in love forever, and all this, right? Um, so I I learned from this ex-Jew recently what America had done to the children against Russia and all this. So the thing is that, oh my God, when he started to talk like this, right, I got the feeling that, oh yeah, something is wrong now. And then I started to give my Ram Kahani about childhood, how to, you know, we can trust a kitten, we can trust a Jew with a kitten. So if America has done this, I don't know where they come from. Jewish lobbying or what? My father told me this long time ago, and all this. But majority of them in America are Christians. So even I was told earlier that, anyways, whatever I was told, but this thing came in the way. Now I'm all love. And you know, you can never trust a Muslim. He can come with uh, well, sticks and all. Because recently I was thinking, uh, and I I was being forced to, like, we cannot allow you to even go out for garbage. I can't step out of my flat or anything, right? My home. So I was like, is this a delusion or is this true? So there's someone on Facebook was like, whoa, what? This, that, like they don't know what's happening. So I realized something, but anyways, I commented back and I said, thank you and all this. So it's really scary, like any Muslim can, you know, stab me or. Then Harid Sultan's video came out for the Christian ex-Muslim who was beaten badly in Britain. So what I did was I said, no, no, I have contribute because you know this is human rights. So I became a member recently, not because I want to go there and talk or anything or say anything against Harid Sultan or you know give him a piece of my mind or something like this. So I'm much grateful to Haris Sultan for that video, at least also to make me realize that I should not be so naive. You know, he could have saved my life. Wanting and so in that way, Gulzar Elia, Haris Sultan, really helping out. Just when I thought, no, no, I have to go out, and it's been like a house arrest for me. Right? So much grateful to Gulzar Elia, Haris Sultan, Khalid Kamal, all those, leaving my personal feelings aside, where they are really helping out. But about this religion, uh, I don't bring in politics. See, I'm not for American Jews or American style of life, anything like that. Progress, I'm for progress and all that. But let's keep it very clean and, you know, even if like atheists are welcome here, but there's some things where even atheists, they don't like to, when I was telling Ghalib Kamal, they don't really look into the matter like deeply about reincarnation or this. I felt that they dismissed me a long time ago. It was. So, anyways, all this this kind of a thing in atheists, so you know, I was like, then I was feeling on Gulzar Elia's channel that ये हमेशा मेरे साथ ही क्यों हो रहा है? Because I had some terrible people in my life I could not trust in Pakistan, Pakistani and Kashmiris. They're really terrible people. So and perhaps my father also I can't trust. Like you know, you can't trust your own shadow. So who can you trust anymore? I had a great mother. So so maybe this Kashmiri guy. Uh, Anyways, I'm much grateful to Gulzar Elia and all that. I thought that I would, not be welcome because my inclination, did I say this here? Because I've been on Facebook Live recently, but Galia Walia, because I'm in that state, I'm not, I might, I'll have to save this video for the record only. I don't know what's going on. So look, I'm not into this, that politics of America, foreign policy, and this and that. But I just cannot take anymore. So ये infidel से अ- अंग्रेजी सीख American. If he's, I'm telling myself like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but see now this thing has happened. I won't stop. New, I'm in a panic. What is this? I can't trust my own eyes. Yeah, you know you can change the video. You know this beauty light thing. You can even make yourself look younger with the facelift and all this going on in cameras. But American accent, I don't know. So there we go, the Adhan. I don't want the Adhan to come here. My God, what is this? Oh, I'll just take a break for a little while. Hello, yeah, so I took a break because of, you know, I've come back. So this is, why are they making me not trust myself? He really does look like Safdars. I can't trust the Pakistanis anyways, but to trust myself, uh, so the this is I should not go to a park. Sorry, I don't mean any personal attack. Uh, oh my God. So yes, it's happened to me. Schizophrenia and all this पाकिस्तानी जो है ना आप देखें इतना ट्रस्ट बिट्रे किया है सो हाउ कैन दे हु कैन ट्रस्ट देम पाकिस्तान में जो होता है ना मैं आपको बताऊं पाकिस्तानी ये नवाज शरीफ करप्शन ये बहुत हरामी लोग हैं रेप रेप केसेस लेट मी जस्ट पुट माय ये तो मुझे देखना नहीं है हाउ कैन वी ट्रस्ट पाकिस्तानी चोर मकारी क्या क्या नहीं है beggars on the street shameless फिर ये जो you know the grass is not greener on the other side when I went to London this time oh you know very proud to be a Shia and all this इमरान खान भी देखें चेंज हो गया है पॉलिटिक्स में आके Pakistan's corrupt coterie exposed and you expect us to trust Pakistan police abusing killing suspects ये ये क्या है barbaric yes आरिफ अजा क्या अच्छा लेकिन अल्लाह ये जो यूके में हो रहा है ना गैंग लेकिन क्या है कि यू कम बैक टू द सेम थिंग गैंग वो हमारा पाकिस्तान अभी आपको शायद याद भी आया होगा गैंग ग्रूमिंग नहीं पांचों उंगलियां सेम नहीं होती हैं जितना पाकिस्तान और अमेरिका अब मैं नहीं गई हूँ व्हाट कैन आई से अबाउट अमेरिका आफ्टर माय केस इन कराची अमेरिकन स्कूल बट यूरोप आई लिव्ड इन यूरोप मेरा बाप मुझे कश्मीर छोड़ेगा अकेला पागल हो गया है या कराची में अकेला नो वे आई can't go back to that city I knew I lived my whole life most of my life there I was brought up there they wouldn't let me live there alone in Karachi they said are you like crazy that you would go back to Karachi and live in a flat there alone but if I tell them if I had the money if I had the capacity to go to London, they say yes, go to London, live alone there. Gang grooming, हाँ Britishers भी कर रहे हैं. No, no, don't worry, Britishers are also doing it. But I never saw a Britisher. I never had the experience. सुधरेंगे नहीं ये पाकिस्तानी, Kashmiri, Amber Ayub. I had nothing to do with her, asking me where I'm from and then telling me ईरानी के पीछे पड़े. Amber Kashmiri, Amber Ayub. She asked me first at the college gate, what's her problem? तुम लोग कश्मीरी मेरे पीछे, तुम लोग किसी की बेटी को नहीं छोड़ते हो, तुम लोग इतने शेमलेस हो, शर्म नहीं आती है? शेमलेस पीपल, कश्मीरी, लान अल्लाह अलैक तुम लोग पे। कभी आएगा हिंदुओं का अल्लाह? वेयर आर यू, वेयर आर यू, वेयर आर यू, कल की अवतार, वेयर आर यू? These Pakistani motherfuckers, Kashmiri motherfuckers, children fuckers, rapists. Where are you? Where are you? So they want to tell me that this sheikh is not Kashmiri. British lady sheikh molested, no, sexually. And so, like I have this, I can't believe this man. He's, he's not Safdar's brother. I'm scared of Arabs here. Calling McNamara sexual assault in UAE. Live with Radha Sterling, founder of Detained in Dubai. You see, this man who raped this sheikh who sexually assaulted actually this lady looks like Safdar's younger brother. And that infidel, he looks like Safdar, young. Camera can do it, but how would he learn American accent? Or they dubbed him or something? Because they were asking questions. Hmm. Something they want to say that I'm, uh, you know, so Safdar had his beard color, Kashmiri, light, but his brother had dark, black, like this man. He looks like Sheikh Nayan. He looks like Safdar's younger brother. Oh my God. But, sorry, excuse me, I get so. So, why are they using women like this? Oh my God, this is happening. Faisalabad, girl tortured. You'll say it's one in a billion. Nothing to worry about. Oh, well, I don't know about this dark side of Dubai Instagram mod. Allah. So, anyways, you said this happens in London too. When we went in the, okay, we went into the booth, the telephone booth, but you see, they don't touch in London. They live and let live. If you want to be a prostitute, sell yourself, they'll just put these pictures of, women. Yeah, their breasts are showing this and that. I'm talking to my family or principal in the telephone booth, somewhere in some telephone booths, not all. So we would have these pictures of prostitutes call girls in the telephone booth. right? I know all these things, but even then, I tell you that London is much, 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 much. There's no comparison to Karachi, Pakistan. See, beggars, बेचारे अल्लाह अमीर जागते नहीं हैं अमीर पाकिस्तान के डिफेंस ये वो beggars in Karachi. You know, now they had like pregnant women. Oof, it's so depressing there. Street beggars in Karachi. They have a mafia. Now, since 3 years, they've had shukar hai ki operation against beggar mafia in Karachi. Oh, God, what is this funny into a street beggar in Karachi? Oh, child begging mafia. You've made your children like. Can you imagine? You have no हम उस कंट्री सिटी में रहें जिसमें एहसास नहीं है एहसास और फिर ये लोग यू नो पाकिस्तानी अब्रॉड जाते हैं फिर यू नो द ग्रास इज ऑलवेज ग्रीन ऑन द अदर साइड ठीक है उधर भी है लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है बिल्कुल भी नहीं है एटलीस्ट there's law and order right if someone comes and touches you you can report that in the police. You can go to the police, and you know the way the police talks. I know when my wallet was stolen. Yeah, there are these pickpocketers in London. When my wallet was stolen, I went to the police station. The police, you know the way I it was I don't know what I said, and but it was so they were so helpful. I just told them I've been pickpocketed. Um, where and this and that, and they were very helpful. But they found when someone found you know in London when the next door shop found my wallet, they found the ID of my college. They called my college, and I was told by someone in college that they've called and please go. You'll find your wallet in the next shop on Oxford Street. And I found my wallet, but unfortunately, my principal's. Yeah, I was seeing my principal's picture. I want. So, anyways, they're pickpocketers. I wonder if I found my principal's picture in my wallet. But the wallet was there. I remember they gave it to me. So they have some. Uh, and if you want to see these depressing things that make me really, Allah, real mother शर्म नहीं आती है या जो मुसलमान एक्स मुस्लिम भी अगर अभी अम, अच्छा इंडिया के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे इंडिया में क्या है इंडिया में जो अभी है ना उसको तो हम ठीक करेंगे राधा रानी है ना आ गई है बस कल की अवतार भी आ गया है सो लंदन में आपसे मिला था राधा रानी सो दिस फोर्स हैज गॉटन कंट्रोल कल के अवतार भी आ गया है इंडिया सो इंडिया आपको कितना मारेगी क्या करेगी अच्छा क्या होता है काउ लिंचिंग के केसेस हैं इन इंडिया बेगर्स बहुत हैं लेकिन इनका ये है कि वो जो बेगर्स ठीक है पता नहीं क्यों है मैं इंडिया आई डिड नॉट गो टू इंडिया So Ganesha eats lamb meat. Hindus are angry. Hindus can only get angry. I hope you don't kill anyone. So please don't kill anyone. हाँ ये इधर मैं गई थी गुलजार एलिया बस पाकिस्तानियों के साथ मेरी किस he the picture doesn't look like him. I mean the picture doesn't look like Safdar Kashmiri. So sorry I don't mean to I don't know what's going on. I can't trust myself. So पता नहीं इंडिया में क्या ये चल रहा है आप लोग भी सुधर जाएं What is three men lynched by India cow vigilance India should be clean come forward I mean come progressive है progressive हो लेकिन देखिए अभी गुलजार एलिया के उधर दिखाया गया कि even the very educated people Harvard uh, once you're what do you call it indoctrinated with this Islam not even Western um, can education can help you so you see I've tried all this so we have to go to some spiritual um, maybe you don't like the gods and all this their your ways but anyways if you don't like this me with the eight I'm not um, you know I don't like to bring politics and all that if you're ex-muslim whether you are an atheist or a whether you're Christian but as long as you are not Pakistani uh, you can come here you're most welcome and you're Ismaili you're most welcome and my friend Mariam females are welcome but लेकिन ये जो आप लोगों ने हालत की है ना और कोई आवाज़ तक नहीं उठाने वाला जुल्म के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान कराच पहले you know our teacher Mrs. Our principal actually of Center for Advanced Studies used to say first clean your own corner so I thought clean my own corner and later on in this bimari condition I said no simultaneously help then Muji Baba said first help yourself so he used to give that example of the oxygen first you take the oxygen in the plane and then you can help your children also. But first, you know, I would perhaps put the oxygen first, fix it. Before I can do it, I'll be dead on my children if I had any. So I can be stupid like this, right? So first clean your own corner because you see, then I know how it's like you go to you go abroad and you'll be after USA, the number one terrorist. I did not leave Islam because, you know, there were many bad people in Pakistan, but never did I leave Islam. So I didn't leave Islam because I was molested or there were molesters in Pakistan, child molesters. You see, Naom, no, okay, I'll call him Noam Chomsky, or is he Noam? Okay, Chomsky, US is world's biggest terrorist. You are suspect in a terrorist attack scene. You know, they give Muslims a hard time, Islamophobia. But I really had if, this, my heart used to sink when I saw my Muslims, some Muslims suffering like anything, and myself later on I experienced, my God, it's like terrible, the evil stuff. And I do believe that I believe in the sense that, how would I say it? I experience some evil, like there's evil outside, evil people. So I've, negative feelings like jealousy and all this, very much. So if you think only there's action and there's no feeling of ill will, there's also ill will. But you can't tell these atheists like. So sometimes the atheists have a blind spot too. So it's very shocking. Everyone is in their group. So, and maybe they won't like it if Kalki Avatar comes. But the day is coming that spirituality will reign paramount. Paramount. There'll be no place for atheists. No, a day will come. I mean, the spiritual people are not going to kill atheists, but you know, uh, they won't crush you, Kalki Avatar, but you will lose out greatly. And I have some cognate, like, so how could this person look so much like Safdar, ex-Jew? Could these Pakistani, Dajjal coming from Pakistan, Dajjal coming from Kashmir or Pakistan against ooh, Dajjal from Kashmir, Dajjal ka fitna. No, no, you Kashmiris, Musalman, you have not left anyone. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Prophet Muhammad, yeah, Dajjal coming from not Jews. Don't worry, Dajjal is not coming from the Jews. Dajjal was Prophet Muhammad. So this is really terrible thing that Pakistani Muslims harassed us so much. और वो अनग्रेटफुल है ना, बाहर कंट्री में जाते हैं उनको एक्सपोज करने के लिए. Russia is a very good country, but Russia is not Muslim. Sorry, atheist, there will be, sorry, now I'm into this. So the way the ex-Muslim atheists, they, come together, तो ये तो बहुत ख़राब चीज़ है ना कि आप दूसरे ex-Muslims को छोड़ते नहीं हैं. I mean, कि वो उनको platform, like whether you are an atheist or a spiritual person, ex-Muslim, you are an ex-Muslim, तो उनके लिए कुछ वो है नहीं, एहसास ही नहीं है इनको. बस ये है कि but today I really I thought I would be because Gulzar, Elia and them, I've seen even Haris Sultan, um, but then I saw him helping an ex-Christian, an ex-Muslim who was an here this when I saw this video I had to see it. So on Haris Sultan's ex-Muslim beaten to like ex-Muslim Christian Nisar Hussain. This video yesterday. Ooh, you can see this in black and white. That this is the video, but for a long time I can't keep my this thing. So I thought because I thought Haris Sultan is, Gulzar Elia, these ex-Pakistani ex-Muslims original, they only help atheists, their own selves, not any like someone who's inclined to Hinduism or spirituality or anything. They look down upon them. But I tell you, spirituality is such an education that you have to, it's very, like, when you, it's very scientific. When you say there is ill will, you see, even there are some things that even science cannot reach. Science cannot reach, but spirituality can reach. So it's very like when I was thinking of how to look, bad feelings I don't want. I don't want politics in this. But, like how would you explain it to an atheist? You logically apply the logic. Let's say fire and a fire. So when I was thinking of hellfire and all this, saying there's fire here. If you do bad to someone, our God is Muslim God, Islamic God, says that you will be burned because if you kill in thousands, here God is giving you respite, right? So if you kill thousands, uh, here you will be only punished once. But there God says because he doesn't like zalim. Let's say you're a mass murderer, you're a serial killer, you're a rapist on the large scale. So one time punishment is not enough, right? So this is how he used to, um, about the Quran ayats on hellfire. God says you do good to people, right? But again and again, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you're being zalim, obstinately, so only once here you, like for me, about me, my case, like on the psychic level, level, I felt like I was being raped or molested and all this, right? So don't you think that one time punishment is not enough? God is watching. Bette Midler song, God is watching. Yes. So one time punishment is not enough. Mass murder, so you capital punishment to death. It's not enough. So that's how I used to logically apply logic. And for spirituality, okay, there's ill will, right? Have you ever felt, atheists, have you ever felt like, you know, jealousy in the air or that bad feeling in the air, like around in the environment? Otherwise, you are just from the mind, you are intelligent, but you're not from the heart intelligent. So, intelligence of the heart, intelligence of the heart. Can you ever feel? If you don't, then scientifically, scientists won't tell you that we have. Yes, I know that friend is jealous of you. That's why. Or sometimes, yes, there are delusion, like too much blaming others, and all this is also not good. But you need to take time, sit down, and see what is it from me? Is it coming from my delusion? Or but there are some people, right? There are rapists. Is this coming from me, or there truly are, am I deluded, or there are rapists? Rapist है ना, serial rapist here. So then it gets a bit difficult when it's on jealousy or covert narcissism. It gets a bit difficult. Gaslighting, envy, ill will. But they haven't acted, but there are some clever people acting. No, they are, yes, uh, acting in a very covert manner, right? So, like, how would, how does sorcery work? I wanted to find that out. Psychologically, scientifically, you cannot tell how jealousy works. You immediately get this feeling. Like if you have been a mother, because my mother heard my voice intuitively, it went to her, it traveled, my voice traveled from London without the phone call. Okay, most of the times I use the phone, but this time when I didn't use the phone, my voice traveled from London to Karachi without the phone, anything. And my mother told me, "You called me twice." And I said, I was like mumbling to myself because I didn't want her to know that I had intense fever. And I had this fear that someone wanted to give me meningitis in London. So the flyers had come from NHS in our hostel. Be careful of meningitis. Have you ever felt that look of a jealous person or that glare? Like if someone keeps staring at you, let's say you are in a restaurant, uh, maybe if you are not that conscious, conscientious or something, you might not get that. But if someone is watching you, maybe you'll want to look back and see. And there is a, and have you ever been to a hypnosis? Try, if you are truth seekers, hypnosis, you know how this happens. Does hypnosis work? So I wanted to, without the taking the medications, I wanted to, like I could, use self hypnosis to lessen the pain, suggestions, put you in a trance. Okay, there's sleep, right? When you get tired, you go to sleep. But this happens. Um, I just don't want to go into a website which compromises my privacy. Uh, what is hypnosis? Have you ever tried these things to know what the truth is? Maybe there is someone who's telling you the truth, and it's the truth. Like, but you wouldn't listen to a child. You wouldn't even listen to someone. That's bad. That's bad. That means you are also biased. You must always listen. Like I had a mother who had an understanding heart. I was taught by the gentle people in my life. So like atheists, you know what you are missing out on. You're missing out on this. I mean, you won't like it, and then you'll give it to me in some video. But You are missing out on the intelligence of the heart. And thank God for also this scientist, he, Sir Peter Russell. I just bought his book recently, Spirit of Now, on science, consciousness, spiritual wisdom. You're missing out on this treasure. Okay, it may be slow, it may not be that quick as the material education, the education that helps you materially. I'm not your enemy. Neither am I a biased. This thing. What I'm saying is keep your mind open. Who knows? Lightning might strike. You know, when you fall head over heels, love, who knows? Lightning might strike. Meet Joe Black. Quote from that movie. Have you ever had that feeling that something is going to go wrong? It's not your phobia, but it's your intuition. You know, like we say, God is like the pain, the body. It's good because we know how to use the body properly then. Sometimes pain, when you feel, oh, now you're tired, you need to stop now. Listen to your body, they say, right? Like that. So I don't know क्या दुश्मनी है एथियस को हमारे साथ but और scientists को quantum physics they gave a very hard time to some of them. Some of the scientists also who thought differently, like I think Peter, even if I, Sir Peter Russell, you must not dismiss, because you see, we are not your enemies when we say that there is spiritual wisdom. On page. So ask these questions also. Don't deprive yourself. Don't limit yourself to just, there's no God. Just put that wall there. Like recently, this ex-Jew was saying, how can there be a God that is benevolent at the same time, evil things happening here? So I did my own research on Shia. What does Imam Hussein say on that? So please don't deprive people of this, because the soul, the spirit. Sometimes I used to think maybe are we fools believing in a God and some spiritual power, divinity, and so when you go into science, all this is energy. Shakti Gawain, I read the Shakti Gawain's book. We don't even know all this is energy. So this takes a very slow time, and when uh, when things are going wrong, like Mahatma Gandhi, we were told, when people are dying, and there's a lot of, on one side, the people have so much strength to do this cruelty inflict upon others. So he was this scientist. He asked questions. He probed. He asked different questions. He went to India. So, and which other scientists asked different questions? And he was told. Recently, I was watching a video of this scientist. He was told that your career is, you want, this is not good for your career. A British person again, and he's also Sir Peter Russell is also British. Anyways, maybe I was being so I felt kind of disgusted with these atheists, Pakistani atheists. वही one-minded हुआ है ना, closed-minded, no God. So there is a place we can go in meditation. Maybe it might take years, but you will not be shaken by the crisis. This is where even religiously I wanted to go through my religion, but I couldn't reach that place. So that silent place inside of you, have you ever gotten angry at someone and you have come back not saying anything? And that silence inside just heals you. When you know, the greatest, I used to tell myself, at the end of the day, the greatest consolation is that you didn't hurt anyone. Right now, I'm like a mad person abusing and all this. But whatever happened in your life, like sometimes, you know, bad happened, but oh, you know, guilt, like that, your conscience will not prick you. So you don't have to strike back. You just need to, you know, what you, but for me, it was spiritual, metaphysically too much to take. Like they wanted me to go insane. So they were messing about whatever I was trying, like my prayer wasn't coming true, patience wasn't coming to me. That's how you make someone go insane. And your heart hardens here. This energy makes you stubborn. So the spirit of anger, the spirit, you know, I even did Jesus's prayer, right? So there's the spirit of anger and all this. So if someone comes to hit you, and if you keep quiet, especially if like verbally, not physically, like please save yourself and do run and don't allow the person to do zulm on you. Be uh, physical with you. But what you know, when you just when verbally some friend or someone taunts you and you keep quiet, and if we can maintain the silence inside of us and not answer back, it's a great feeling. At you know, like now sometimes I wonder why I didn't strike back. Like I wish I had given it to them because my uh, they made me go so insane. I cannot explain. So, but you know, normally you can take your mind off certain things. A friend came and taunted you. You don't have to be OC. What's that called? Compulsive thought, OCD. Is it OCD? Yeah, they gave me this also, obsessive compulsive disorder, right? So that this was madness. But in normal cases, like you wouldn't keep thinking on it. So, and to reach that stage is through only through meditation you can reach that stage. I was told. So I was trying. Well, I was trying my prayers, my Islamic way, but it didn't work. So it became really terrible. But if you do this, remain silent, and I hope it doesn't come back after a few days, and you realize, no, no, I should have these, you know, like MFers did this to me and that. So they say, justice delayed is justice denied. So I don't know. I tried meditation, and then the mantra started to work on me. So and with the help of a guru is needed. Alone you can't do it. It's difficult. And so much against covert narcissists. This is a reality. Please don't close your eyes against this reality. Covert narcissism. It's there. Covert narcissism. This is for real also. A covert narcissist is someone who craves admiration and importance and who lacks empathy toward others. Gaslighting. It's real. This is such a thing. So if you come across, there's a tsunami of covert narcissists now. So we need peace of mind at work. And if you're you're not a covert narcissist, then God, you see, I'm not going to say God help you. You have to be aware of these things and do certain meditation, have a guru. You see, alone it was very difficult for me in this also to do Jiddu Krishnamurti. Yesterday I was in a terrible state after that, seeing what a monster and how I could miss out. So, Jiddu Krishnamurti page gave a thing about Jiddu Krishnamurti's teaching to show you that if a snake comes, your first what did he say? Something really like your first perception should be your last perception, and that perception, it's like just being aware. It's very difficult if you have not meditated to see it like Jiddu Krishnamurti gives it. So sometimes we need the help of a guru so that you don't get shaken or you don't have problems like psychological problems. Well, if you believe in this science side, you know, schizophrenia is there, a lot of mental challenges are there. Someone can lose their mind. How can we help them not lose their mind uh, during tragedy, like a shock or something? So this is required. Help, self-help is required. To give that to someone also, we need to understand the levels of existence. So the highest level of existence would be that we remain at peace inside even if there is violence outside, verbal abuse and things like that going on, a lot of cruelty outside. We need it. We will need it. So, reading Jiddu Krishnamurti helped me a lot. Leave my it helped me in a very positive manner. Like I could see things now neutrally, and the Prophet Khalil Gibran helped. So like that, it will really help you. God hai ya nahi hai, we don't, if you don't know, but you know that what is inside you, God has given you strength. I mean, nature has given you strength, or that you can move, or you, so that you don't have, you don't fall this thing to a victim to anxiety, panic attacks. And you know, we're doing, it would be very helpful to do some meditation, because once stuck on this, like now, you know, it's become, is it, has it become a habit, or do you want to get over this? Now leave it. So if I leave it, now leave this Islam thing. Just coming back, I think I've reached the end. Um, so just coming back to make sure the end is there. And I will do something else. I want to do something else. Now I want to go into meditations and things like that. So to help humanity, uh, even spiritualists are here, because psychology, in the sense, it's failed. I experienced it myself in my life that therapy doesn't work on me. See, it is the scientific study of mind and behavior which did not work on me. And so I felt something was missing, and that is, what is it? Are you a human being? Are we human being? Or when we realize our full potential, will that help us? Because in life, you see, people have free will. They can do really terrible things. And so, how will this peace come in us? We all are craving for peace, not happiness. You know, what is contentment? Happiness is that today you are happy, tomorrow you're not happy. But if you are this peace, and can you be this peace? And you know, stress is not good, too much stress, even for work. We have, so helping people from stress. Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. And there are many challenges in life that we cannot ignore. We, we are in it. So, being in it, how can we help? I've tried everything, and I say that perhaps, so looking for peace, if you are at peace, if, what if you are peace? So let's find out. So don't, what do you call it in English? Don't ignore these or dismiss them. These ways where you can attain to peace, and your true nature is peace. Because you see, when you drop everything, just empty yourself, pure awareness. Do Muji Baba. some of your, you don't see it now, but even with Moji Baba, the ego comes up. When you're meditating in the beginning, you feel like, what's this coming up? I thought I was a good person, but I'm not. I've started to abuse and all this. I've become insane. Being nothing is the greatest freedom. In fact, for the one who is nothing, there is not even freedom. See, now the ego is coming up like, huh, pagal hai kya? If I tell you nothing is the best thing, you'll say, what a crazy person she is. अरे ये क्या बोल रही है? She's made us what now? The ego says, oh, we are in our, like, life is movement, right? In our, how do you pronounce this word? You want us to be nothing. अरे your body है, it hurts. Of course, we are something. It's not that we are nothing. Ego is coming up, you see? Already, when I know that nothingness, but even my mind says, like, sometimes ego has a very subtle, this clever mind comes up. It says, oh, she wants us. Even me talking to myself, oh, you want me to become nothing? Uh, you know, although this time I was like, I wish I was nothing. But is there really nothing? No, no, Muji ji. So I could give Muji Baba such a hard time standing there. Ego will come up. Ego does come up. And then, Chorona, let it, Are, Muji Baba. And what are you also telling me that nothing? And when Muji Baba showed us, and then I was like, I was like, yeah, 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 this I have found, and it must be my ego, because then after some time, Zara, are you sure this is, the true thing, or are you fooling yourself? Even though Moji Baba says, look within, check, recheck. No, no, there's something, Moji Baba, and we need security, and we need that, and we need this. और क्या पागलपन है कि बैठ जाओ, ये बिठा देगा, मेडिटेशन नहीं करो, ये तुम्हें बुद्ध की तरह बिठा देगा, तुम्हें आगे जाने नहीं देगा, and all this comes up. They, you won't progress. तुम हिंदुओं की तरह lazy हो जाओगी. You will become lazy. And then the hitting on Hindus. कि ये क्या, ये बैठे हुए थे rishis. And so be like astronauts. You know how long it takes? They go in a rocket. And then after a year, they travel in a rocket, right? So why not be an astronaut inside yourself? For 1 year, just be still. But of course, the astronauts, they get paid. अब कौन government पागल है जो हमें इधर, we're sitting here, we have to pay our bill. Oh, so goodbye, astronaut inside. For 1 year, just leave me. I'll try to be still, but for 10 minutes, if I can be still, I would, reward myself for that. I would be so happy. So see whether the spirit goes anywhere or remains here, and what remains here, and then where are we? We don't have to go to the moon. We don't have to go to Mars. There was a time when they said uh, it will be so populated, this Earth or something, that we would need to send human beings to another planet. So let's see if there's life in another planet for human beings. So all this was going on. Something like this. We would need to go to another planet, send some human beings. So then This problem came up. Now, what do we need to do? Can you travel beyond time within yourselves? But that traveling is, you will see that there's no distance, there's pure awareness. This is the greatest dawn. You don't have to go to the moon, go in a rocket for a year or so. Just travel within and find out. So we need this. Life's challenges, I've realized long time ago that life can be so terrible. One day, what's that? The Count of Monte Cristo. And you see what happened in this movie. Reality, it can happen in reality. The Count of Monte Cristo. Quotes. Human rights violations, things are happening all around us. One day, oh God, what was the quote? One day, one moment you'll be basking in the sun, life, yeah, hitting the rocks the next moment. So, what way? Forget God, but I feel there's a higher spirit, the spirit of spirits, divine spirit, who knows? Who knows? Because I've had my experience, I can't turn my back on this. Yes, the God, the benevolent may not be there, but there's some God who cared for me and who helped me. That also I know. I experienced it, so I know it. So I know it because I experienced it. But now there's no God coming for help, and I need God. I need that help. So that's why what I learned, I would like to share. And with an open mind, if you are open minded and you not just atheists or not just that, just keep an open mind. From this pain, we need alternate. I've searched for alternate medications, alternate healing, herbal medications. Herbal is better because it has less side effects. Unless you're allergic, then to some herbs, like that's also a tragedy. I don't know where this. When did he say this? Who said this? Oh God, forgive me. Take. You don't. God. God will understand. Why do you need to say God? God, forgive me. Once you realize, think of God as Buddha. This man came. You spit on God one day. You say, yeah. You know, the and you realize what if the next day you go to God and you say, God, sorry, I spit on you, but you never punished me, right? He says, what next? I regret. Oh God, forgive me. God is not some human being like angry. Are forgive me for denying you. This looks like yeah, definitely adult. Sorry, I cannot take this. You see, you spit on God one day. You say, God, I spit on you. F you. this and that. Say every bad word you can say, right? He doesn't punish you or anything. Neither does he punish the cruel people. Maybe it will take a lot of time for the cruel people to realize. So, what do we do then when God, when you see that you're still breathing, you're not punished, and God gave you everything, made you a king, you molested, you raped, you someone's daughter, you're becoming a sheikh. God has given you all the money, power. But remember, one day you're going to die. Death is such a reality no one can deny. And then where are you going after that? You don't even know. So here, material life, it's temporary. Not that you should be searching for some eternity or some everlasting. What are we with all this? You think you are something, you have molested someone's daughter, you have become, God has given you. No, you worked hard, you did the right thing, what Sadhguru said, right? Not be a good person, good, but you did the right thing, you made the right moves, you were jack of all trades. But you believe in going on in this life. Atheists, even, I tell you, if they think God doesn't exist, right? Then they exist in this life, which has injustice. And then how do they believe in this life that has injustice, evil here? Why are they living? Why don't they kill themselves? But the temporary life, they will go on. They believe in it. On one hand, there's injustice. But you believe in life the moment if you see, because you're experiencing it, you can't kill yourself. God has ended for you, but life has not ended. And there's injustice in how can you take a life that has such injustice? You see, if you're a true atheist, you should also be minus this, uh, the hell with this life. I, but don't end your life. I mean, life is full of injustice. This world is full of injustice. How do you carry on? Like a hypocrite? You are a hypocrite, aren't you? You see, there's no proof for God, but there's no proof both ways that God doesn't exist, also. Scientists have not. And then you say that so much evil here, so much evil here, here. So this life is what? Evil, bad, unjust. How come you don't deny this life? If if you if you say like a scientist, I don't believe in God, because there is scientific proof there is no God. But if you say, I don't believe in God because there is so much evil here, right? That would be like, but there's evil in life. Life is full of evil, and this life, you must deny it. You must end yourself the moment. But I'm not asking you to commit suicide, but I'm just saying, wouldn't it be logical? अरे दफ़ा हो ये लाइफ तो हमें खुदा भी नहीं है. But if you're saying God, because there's injustice here, then deny yourself this life. Ooh, then you will commit suicide. The true atheist would. If their thing is that there is evil here, then how are you taking it and living it? Aren't you hypocritical a little bit? You're like, on one hand, what do you want to do in this life? It's terrible. There's evil. Oh, and then you say we want to become champions of human rights. We want to eradicate evil here. And then, but, how far can you reach? We need some prayers. Prayers can reach further than, but prayers, you say, won't help because there's no God. Sometimes you send best wishes, at least you send some good wishes, best regards. So this atheism doesn't make sense to me really, but anyways, this is my limit to what I've thought and my reason. Maybe I'm wrong. Then life is cruel itself, right? The cruelty is here. Life itself is cruel. People are cruel. Find out what makes people so cruel. And then when you go deep, you'll go into it. You'll have to think, organize yourself, do, you know, and then reach out or do something. Life is cruel. So how come what makes some people cruel here that makes life cruel? Otherwise, life in itself is life. Nature is also very cruel at times. There are landslides, there are avalanches, there are storms, there are earthquakes. So aren't you being stupid to help people in a way that you're an atheist and you're taking the news. We need to spread the news. We need to make people aware. Why not give them total freedom? So I guess for people like you would be the best thing would be to go to a Zen master, Jiddu Krishnamurti, who was a he didn't say he was a Zen master, but a book I had long time ago did say. Before I even read his books, there was another book earlier than his books I read. It said that Jiddu Krishnamurti was a Krish. So they wanted me to keep awake. I will go out in the evening. Oh my God. अभी हम क्या करें इसको कैसे हाउस अरेस्ट You're making people dumb with your atheism. All the maybe just materialism, what the mind gives. You're making people dumb. On one hand, you're saying you want to help people. Then don't help people. Just go on with your life. How can we deal with this, evil people? I've tried psychology, it doesn't help. There needs to be something deeper, or else we're gone. So being aware now, here of the now, very, very aware. Atheists, you are so stupid. You know, when you leave that, you come into yourself. You are very aware. You don't even know that you are enjoying what you are. You are aware here of here and now. When you're doing your work, you are fully observed in your work. You know, you are so aware, like you, of this now, here, this moment, where when we were children. So that's why I could survive the tragedies in my life as a child. You know, men touched me and molested me and all this. Resilient child, because why? Innocence of a child now, here. Here is what is. And you don't acknowledge that, that's so terrible. When a teacher, you've been in university, when you do a project or a thesis, of course you're going to acknowledge the information that has been given to you. You're going to acknowledge your lecturer. If you write a project, right, there'll be an acknowledgement in your, or you won't thank anyone. You are so stupid. Sorry to say it this way, put it to you also. How do you pronounce? Keep forgetting. You know, this acknowledgement, books have it. You're not Bertrand Russell, are you? Do your own research. Oh, acknowledgement. I have to go out. So I have to leave now. Thank you so much. Going to a supermarket. Okay, I think it's enough. God knows what's happened. How long I survive.